Tell me how many times you've heard this trash. If we lived in a socialist society, no one would work. People are lazy. Yeah, it's a myth designed to keep you from understanding your own oppression. Let me give you the rundown. What's really happening here is that people are exhausted. We're exhausted from working jobs that drain the life out of us just to barely make it. Now, imagine if your basic needs, housing, healthcare, education, were guaranteed. Would you really just sit around and do nothing? Or do you think that you would finally be free to do the work that matters to you? Personally, I'd be bored after a week and need something to do. And this is what we must understand. There is value in all actions, all activities, and all efforts. This wild idea that people wouldn't provide economic or social value if they didn't have to fight to survive? It's an absurd thought. We all crave purpose and to contribute to something bigger than ourselves. It's not that people don't want to work. It's that capitalism forces most of us into jobs that don't enrich our lives, or give us the ability to do that for those around us. Seriously, tell me, have you ever stopped to think that the jobs that make the most money often don't contribute much to society? Yet the most essential roles like teaching, caregiving, and farming, for example, those people are woefully undervalued and underpaid. We need to see that capitalism is a grand-scale Ponzi scheme. But what about under socialism? Work would be about building society, not just making a profit for someone else. And that's where the myth of the lazy citizen falls apart. People aren't lazy, it's that the system is exploitative. We're told to grind, hustle, and struggle, just to scrape by, while the wealth we create goes to the top. Then we're labeled lazy when we can't keep up because we're exhausted, undernourished, or sick from eating tainted and toxic foods. Fact is, when we have our basic needs met, we can finally contribute in ways that really matter. We can help our communities, our families, and support our own personal growth. I know you don't want to be exploited, and neither do I. We aren't lazy, we're tired. Tired of working for crumbs while others get rich off our labor. Under socialism, we would finally have the freedom to choose work that matters to us. The work that brings us joy and fulfillment. Not because we have to, but because we want to. And that's the real truth that the capitalist system doesn't want us to know. This myth of the lazy citizen is nothing more than a distraction. It's pushed by those who profit from keeping us all under boot. They thrive when we're divided, and they're afraid that if we shift to a system where our basic needs are met, then we will stop working. But what they don't want you to realize is this. When we're all taken care of, we stop destroying our environment with gross overproduction, and we thrive. We contribute, we build, and we grow together. So, the next time someone tells you that socialism would make people lazy, ask yourself, who benefits from that lie? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what kind of work you would do if you didn't have to worry about just surviving. Think outside the box. Even lending an ear to a troubled comrade has its inherent value. And don't forget to like and follow if you're ready to challenge the myths we've been told. Together, we will build something better.